My favorite night of the week. I get to scan these pages really quick, see all the smiling faces, look for any new faces. Welcome, Cheryl. Even if you're not new, I haven't met you yet. Welcome, 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 Mary. There's Riley ready to share his smile. Give it to us, bud. Fantastico. All right. Look at that. 100 people just that quick. Woo-hoo. Welcome, everybody, to Triple R 247, a DTCA conference call, announcement call, special call, everything call, trading call, mentoring call. We're going to call it the everything call because everything that's important to your business is taken care of, announced, talked about, launched, given to you on Tuesday night. And some of the stuff, especially the big announcements like Anytime Rory and Tanya, are going to add something to the system to help you make more money, help you build your business, whether it's a product, a service, a tool, how to use the tool, a change to the tool, addition to the tool. It's always going to be launched on Tuesday, and then Rory and Tanya will train on it on Saturday. Launched on Tuesday, train on Saturday. So why do I say Tuesday night is the most important night of the week? That's why, because all the big announcements that you need and you need to share with your teams and share with the person you're going to talk to tomorrow that's not even here yet is talked about, launched on Tuesday night. So make sure you get yourself committed to that. If you're new, write it down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. Pay it forward and do as much as you can. All right. So what else happens on Tuesday nights? Linda, Dina, we have 10 to 30 new people joining the team. Every Tuesday night, we get to meet somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people every single week. And I love to see that number break 30. It's a beautiful thing to see. So now is when we're going to give you a chance to say hello also, because whoever got you here, we want to say hello, but they want to make sure that you made it on too by unmuting and saying hello. So if you're brand new, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard, say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call. Let me check the settings. Allow participants to unmute yourself. Now you may do so. I'm so very sorry for that. Click on the little microphone or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hi, I'm Ruth, calling from Ohio.
Ruth from Ohio, first caller, made Linda's day. Fantastic. Welcome, Ruth. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
David from Atlanta, Georgia.
David from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it. Anybody else? Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner of your screen, or just hit the space bar on your keyboard. Unmute, say hello, let us know what state you're calling in from. All right, let's let all these people in. Here comes some more. Ready? A lot of audios connecting. Do we have a lot of cameras on? Look at all the smiling faces. 1, 2, 3 pages of cameras and growing. Look at that, 4 pages of cameras. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a happy looking team of people. Got a lot to be happy about. A lot of great things happening right now, right? And welcome, Ruth and David, and anybody else that's new. Welcome to the Triple R 247 and direct-to-consumer conference call, team call, office call, announcement call, mentoring call, everything call. The greatest training from some of the greatest people in this industry. All the big announcements, everything you need to build your business, to help you make more money, hit your goals, whatever it is. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system, a product, a service, a tool, anything to help you earn more, help you grow faster, help you spread out globally, is going to be launched on a Tuesday night. And then train on Saturday. Launched on Tuesday, train on Saturday. So Tuesday night is the most important night of the weekend. Don't hesitate to write that down and share that with the people you talk to tomorrow and next week. It's important to everybody. Share it, pay it forward. Please become ambassadors of paying it forward and making sure everybody understands the importance of Tuesday night. But again, like I said earlier, we love hearing from all the brand new people, all brand new team members as well. So, and every week there's somewhere between 10 and 30, and we're giving everybody a chance to get in here. But for those of you who have already made it in, you're brand new, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner, or just hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call. I can't read Scott. I can't read the chat, so somebody wants to get that for me. Keep an eye on that.
Hello, this is Marlena Hedden from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee's in the house. Welcome, Marlena, and thank you. Glad you made it.
I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. You're who we've been looking for then. Fantastic. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Triple R 247 and DTCA conference call. It's our big night. We get to meet all the new team members. We get to hear from our co-founders. Any big announcements that you need for your success are going to be talked about on Tuesday nights. And before we get going, we still have 7 minutes left to the top of the hour. And we love hearing from all the brand new people, somewhere between 10 and 30 every week. It's a beautiful thing to see. And whoever got you here, they'd love to know that you made it on as well. So if you're brand new, click on the microphone or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Just say hello and let us know what state you're calling in from. And welcome to the call.
There's one in the chat, Joshua Guerrero.
Hello, I'm from
here.
Ohio. I was invited
Tracy.
by Celia.
Tracy Cade from Ohio. Welcome.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Hello.
Two Buckeyes. Really making Linda's day. Fantastic. All right. Anybody else? If you think about something, Sanchez, go ahead.
From Arizona.
John Winslow, really Winslow from
John
Arizona?
Winslow from Arizona.
I got to meet you. Fantastic, John. Glad you're here. Think about
Good evening. This is Rosa in California. Yes.
California's in the house too. All right, Arizona and California. Fantastic. Glad you both made it. And if anybody has a team member that doesn't have a microphone, can't get it working, or might be too shy, and you want to unmute and welcome them and you're sure they're here, go ahead and do so. All right. The chat is hiding on me. I see it popping up, Linda, Dina, but I can't see it.
There's nothing for you.
Okay, good.
You're good. You're good.
All right. What we got? 55. 5 minutes left, folks. Look at the people are starting to come in fast and furious. Now we went from 100 to almost 200. While a couple of people said hello. There were 7 people, 7 brand new team members already joined.
Yeah, she looks like she.
Red dress.
I didn't hear that. No? Okay. 7 new team members had a chance to unmute and say hello. We love hearing from everybody. As all the new people get your microphones in your ear, your speakers working. I see the audio wave connecting for quite a few people still. Welcome to the Triple R 247 and direct to consumer team call, announcement call, office meeting, business meeting, mentoring call, training call, but most importantly, the big announcement call. Because anything that is big, huge, important for your business and the way we move forward, it's always going to be launched on Tuesday night. So if you're brand new and you didn't hear me say this a second ago, please write this down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. And pay that forward. Make sure you tell everybody that you speak to once they join the team to never miss a Tuesday night call, because you just never know what's going to be shared, what's going to be talked about, what's going to be launched, what story that you're going to hear that's going to make a huge difference in your business or somebody on your team next week. It's always, always, always something different, something new, and it's important to your success rate. So never miss it. We also love hearing from all the new people, 7 new people so far, and there's somewhere between 10 and 30 every single week. 7 new people got a chance to say hello. We love to hear all the states being represented, and welcoming you for the first time. Whoever got you here, we'd love to know that you made it on. So if you're brand new, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner, or just hit your space bar on your keyboard, say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from and welcome to the call.
Mike Lewis and my wife Edith, we're calling from Texas. We just joined today.
Fantastic. Welcome, Mike. You said Las Vegas, right?
Texas,
Oh,
Dallas.
Texas. I'm so sorry. Oh, Dallas, my second favorite city on the planet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you made it. I love Dallas.
I'm Sharon from North Carolina.
Sharon from North Carolina, Dr. Sharon. Welcome, Sharon. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Celia from Delaware.
Celia from Delaware. Welcome, Celia. Glad you made it, and you're number 10. So thank you for making my story correct yet again. Somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people every week. Anybody
You got
else,
more
if
in
you're
the
brand
chat,
new?
Niall. You want me to tell you?
Yep. If you're brand new, click on the microphone or hit the space bar on your keyboard, say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, like those two ladies did.
Mary from New York.
Mary from New York. Welcome, Mary. Glad you made it.
Yes, Shoguro from Delaware.
Delaware? Fantastic. Delaware. That's the second person from Delaware. Welcome.
Second person from Delaware, yes.
Delaware.
Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it.
You have a Maria Par Sarna
Welcome, Maria. Glad you made it.
and Carol Lewis from North Carolina.
Carol's trying to unmute right now. Go ahead, Carol.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. Where are you calling in from, Carol?
North Carolina.
North Carolina's here. Where we go. Glad you made it. Welcome.
Hi, my name's Rosalind from Pennsylvania.
Rosalind from Pennsylvania. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
I'm Kyle Valtrap from Missouri.
Kyle from Missouri. Fantastic. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Hit that button and let that big batch of people live. Look at that. Here we go. All right, we got like 1 minute left. So last call. Welcome to the Triple R 247 and direct to consumer conference call. This is our big night of the week. This is important. All the big announcements, all the additions, all the great mentoring, everything that's exciting and important for your business is going to be launched on Tuesday night. So never miss it and pay it forward. Make sure everybody else understands that. As you are building your team, and anybody you talk to, make sure they understand the importance of never missing a Tuesday night. But we also love hearing from all the new people. So I'm going to go as quick as I can on that part. If you're brand new, click on the microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from and welcome to the call.
I'm Kathy from Texas.
Kathy from Texas. Welcome, Kathy. Glad you made it.
Celia from Delaware, first time.
Celia from Delaware. First time. Fantastic. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Where did that go? Just lost my screen. Zoom is doing something crazy and funky. There we go. Come back here. There's everybody. Everything just disappeared. Sorry about that. Let that group right there come in. I'm going to go ahead and hit some buttons so we can get started. That button and that button. And here we go.
Yep. Wait a minute, 1 second. You have a Wayne Smith from Tampa, Florida in the chat.
Hey, Wayne, there you are. Welcome. Glad you made it. And I think that's right at 20 people, Linda. So somewhere between 10 and 30 is probably 20. Welcome all 20 brand new team members, family members. We're glad you're here. We're glad you made it. Welcome to the Triple R 247 and direct to consumer conference call. We have so much going on here. This Tuesday night call is everything that's important to you. Every single Tuesday, there's going to be something that's important to you to build your business, whether it's a product to help you that you get to market, or a tool you get to market, or a service you get to market, or a tool that you get to use to help build your business, or one of our co-founders getting down here and just sharing some business knowledge with you that's going to help you get organized and help you stay focused and help you stay motivated and inspire you to hit the next level and hit your goals as quickly as possible. Always, always, always good stuff on a Tuesday night. And normally we have another part of the leadership that I get to introduce, and then they can introduce our co-founder. But I'm going to get a chance to do that tonight because I asked, can I please do it tonight? I haven't done that in a while, right, Angie? It's been probably 5, 6, 7 weeks. So to all the new folks out there, welcome. My name is Niall Eddy. I'm calling in from Central Florida. Every time you see me, you'll probably see me in a Realtree shirt. That's why I fell in love with Central Florida, because there's nothing but waterways all around me. I've been in this industry, guys, for 34 years now. 34 years. I've worked with the Rickards for 30 of those 34 years for all you new people that are just getting involved. We've done incredible things over the years. We've become very close, obviously, after 3 decades of working together. I don't call him my business partner anymore. I don't call him our mentor anymore. I call him my brother, and I call his wife, Tanya, my sister, because we're that close. I consider them family. And it's just something that happens organically after 3 decades. But in this organization, you will see that we're trying to get everybody to become part of that family. Everybody we want to mentor, lift up, and get to that point where we could call you family as well. But I've known him for a long, long time. We've done incredible things. I'm an ex-carpenter that got injured on the job, went back to school as an adult with 3 kids in tow to be an aviation mechanic. And, that was a great experience for me. And when I finished school, I actually got hired right at the airport with lots of letters of recommendation. But I was only at that airport for 8 months because right before I started that last semester of school, I was introduced to this industry. And 8 months after being introduced to this industry, I was having too much fun and making too much money. And I seen too big of a picture, too big of a vision for me to go turn a wrench for somebody else. And 8 months into my job, I quit, and I've been home ever since. So then I went from the dad who was lucky to get home to have dinner with the kids, right? Give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to brush their teeth, go to bed, to the dad who got to put them on the bus, take them off the bus every single day. My son played football, so I went to every football practice. I became an assistant coach because of his football, his love for that game, right? I went to every volleyball practice because I had a daughter that played volleyball. I even went to the cheerleading practice. And I was that silly dad on the sidelines in the stands with the rest of the parents, having the pom-poms in my hand and learning the routine, making everybody laugh. Why? Because 1, I do like to make people laugh. It's one of my passions. But 2, I had more time with my kids. Anything I could do to go spend time with my kids. That's what the biggest thing that this industry gave me, time freedom. I got all the time in the world with my kids now. I could do whatever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to, and work around my kids' schedule. And that was a beautiful thing. That's something I never experienced. I didn't have that with my parents. My parents didn't have that with their parents. But for me to be able to have that with my kids was a blessing all by itself. But you know what else this industry gave me? Financial freedom. When the high school needed a bowling coach because they were joining a travel league, I raised my hand. Why? Because I could. I could take the time off. I could afford to get them in a travel bowling league. I could afford to cruise around the state and even go to state tournaments or go outside of the state and get hotel rooms like all the time if I wanted to. Whatever the kids desired, I would whip out 2 credit cards instead of 1. Why? Because I could. Every decision I ever made in my business, my why was my children. It's funny when my kids moved out and I had to create some new whys. It was difficult for me. What do I do now that all the kids are grown to move out? Oh, I know. I've got grandkids. Let me start focusing on the grandkids to see what I can do to spoil them now. Everything I've ever done was for my kids, about my kids, and because of my kids. And that's what this industry gave to me. So 3 decades now, over 3 decades, I've been home. All my kids know. My youngest just turned 30 years old. He's an entrepreneur. He's got his own business. He works for himself. He's an independent contractor right now because that's the way he likes it. But he's been working for himself since he was 9 years old. He's 30 years old and he's never had a job. Lesson to all parents, even when you think they're not paying attention, they're paying attention. All he knew was dad was home. Dad worked for himself. Dad was in the office. Dad didn't go to a 9-to-5 job every day. And that was just in the back of his mind without even understanding it was in the back of his mind. And since he was 9 years old, he's been earning money and he's been self-employed his entire life. He's never, ever, ever had a job in his life. That is a really feel-good thing for a parent. That's what this industry gave to me. When I got in, I was young. Like I said, out of the construction world into aviation mechanic world, I dove in. I became a student of the industry because I fell in love with it. I I set some goals and I hit them. I set new goals and I hit them. And I set new goals and I hit them. And every time I hit a goal, I set a new one. Right? I was looking for a way to. When I first got involved, I was doing a mail order program, mailing packages all over the country, doing everything through snail mail, the hard way. I needed a voicemail set up. I needed one that could handle a lot of volume too. Everybody told me to go talk to Rory Rickers, so I did. Called up Rory, met this kid on the phone right out of high school with a energy and passion that I've never really heard before, especially from somebody young like him. He had this love for mass communication. He had this desire to help other people, especially entrepreneurs. he had an energy that I found extremely interesting and kind of matched my own at the time too, right? And I just knew that I don't know who this guy is, but I'm going to keep in touch with him because I want to get to know him a little bit. But he also, I needed to learn how to use the system. So Roy said, now, and I'm not a techie, I wasn't a techie then. And he said, if you ever need any help with this, here's my personal phone number. Call me on this number. So I did, like every other day for 3 weeks. And I probably bugged him to death. But you'd never know I was bugging him. He was always kind. He was always excited to teach. He was always excited to help. And again, I've never heard a civilian anyway have a love for mass communication the way this guy did, right? And he gave me the voicemail that I needed. It did everything I needed to do. But there's one thing I didn't understand that it did. It's something I want you guys to think about. In 1992, before the internet, before all the technology we have today, Rory hooked us up with a system that was not just a voicemail to take in the calls from our advertising. As I built a network of people around the country, I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to all of them at the exact same time. 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people to shoot that message out at the same time. Without the internet, without cell phone technology, without the technology we had today. That's what he brought to the business world. But then when the internet did come out in 93, he found his niche. He left the phone company, hopped online, became the first guru out there, started a lead generation company. Why lead generation? Because that's what all of us entrepreneurs needed to build our business. We all want to go online. What do we need? We need leads. Rory became a lead generation, and guess what? He's very good at what he does. He became the #1 lead generation company in the world, and he still holds that title today. What else do we need? Websites. This guy's been building websites since 1994. There's other companies building websites. We looked at them. We tried them. Maybe 1 in 50 would, fill out the form at the end and ask for a phone call. 1 in 25, if they were really, really good at what they did. Rory built his first website. We got 1 in 10. It wasn't good enough for him. He tweaked it, made it a little bit better. Got 1 in 5. 1 in 5 was the results that he was always looking for. We were able with that techie brain of his and everything that he's able to do, what he brought to the world, the business world, and he did doing this globally now. We were able to accomplish unbelievable things. I got to meet him the first time in Miami when we were attending the same event. I shook his hand. I was in his presence. All that phone voice, all that phone energy, that person that everybody falls in love with over the telephone. When you meet him face to face and you look at his eyes and you shake his hand, you feel his energy, you realize that's authentic. That's who he is. He really cares about other people, and he really has a mission of helping as many families on this planet as you can. And that's why we've been friends for over 3 decades, and I call him my brother. But something else magical happened after, because I was on the phone with him all the time, right? I never heard any other voices in the background. A few years after meeting him and working with him, I got to fly out to Utah and meet his partner, our co-founder, Tanya Rickard. I walked in the front door of their home, and I seen this young lady raising 7 children, and get this, 6 of them played football. I knew what it was like to have one play football. She has 6 boys playing football, running several other businesses while she's also helping Rory keep this organized, keep everything on time, keep a calendar, keep a schedule, and helping him train the people that he was bringing in with all that technology and skilled set that he possesses. I realized something real quick about these two. Power couple, right? Their skill sets complemented each other. They took care of each other's weaknesses. They complemented each other's strengths, and I knew they were going to become a power couple in this industry and on this planet. Jim Rohn said something to me years ago. The true legends on this planet are people who find the way to help the most other people. To me, that was the definition of Rory and Tanya. And I'm so glad that I met them, and I'm so glad that we built this relationship over 3 decades. And I'm super proud to be a part of what they've put together and what they're taking to the world today. We are truly have everything that we need to go out there and help families all over this planet. We could get into 75 plus countries right now. By the end of the year, we can explode into 200 companies. That's the goal, and it's going to happen. We have everything we need right here to build an incredible business that'll give you the financial freedom and the time freedom that I talked about, but also help you take that to the rest of the world and bring that to every other family out there that needs a hand up, every corner of this planet, every country on every continent, all over the globe. If you are someone who loves being a part of a business where you get to help other people and take great products and services and opportunity to the rest of the planet, you found your home here, and we all welcome you with open arms. Rory and Tanya are 2 people that get up, have a media meeting in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and discuss how can we make this better? What can we do to help David Walker, Ruth Wyatt, Marlana, Celia, who else? Carol, Mary, all the new faces. What can we do to help them see what we have, understand what we have, put it into motion, and get out there faster and help other people? What can we do to help them make more money? What can we do to get the friction points out of the way so they can build their business? That's who you guys are got in business with. When I met Rory, I thought, this guy, I don't know what's going to happen or where it's going to go, but I know I want to be a part of his life and have him a part of my life. When I met Tanya, I never met a more organized person in my entire life. 7 kids, 6 playing football, 7 other businesses, helping Rory do this, running a calendar, making everything happen on time, every time, without a hitch. That's a very organized person. She schedules every minute of every hour of every day of every week. And watch Andy, Dina, Linda's faces. People have been here for a while. She's got things scheduled 2 years, and Brielle, 2 years down the road already. And guess what? They will happen on time, as she planned, without a hitch, because that's who she is. And that's what these 2 people bring to the table, bring to the business world, and bring to you to help build your dreams and take it out to the rest of the planet. So yeah, I call her my sister too, because not just because she's Italian, not because we seem to be on the same page all the time, not because she's Rory's wife, not because she's a co-founder here. She's just one of those good people that speak from that Italian heart that I grew up with and want to help as many people as they can. So without any further delay, you guys are lucky. Brand new folks, first time here, what a lucky night for you. Without any further delay, I want to introduce my sister, his princess, his queen, our co-founder, and my friend, even though she's family. Yes, family can be friends too. I hope they are. Sometimes they are. Miss Tanya Rickard, the microphone's yours. Like, I know everybody's waiting and dying. They all got their pens out, their pencils out. I've seen people sharpen up their pencils. They're ready to take some notes.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. If you really are, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. Now, he really is a brother to us, you guys. I've known him a long time. And it's just, that's this industry gets to create, is those friends that are family with like-minded purpose and direction, and driven in the same sense, same direction. And the thing about friends too is they can call you out on your BS, and they can get you in the right direction. And that's what you need in this life. You really need that push, that direction, that guidance. And so yeah, we get to be a part of that. And he's not my blood brother, but he's closer than, to be honest. I would call him over my brother, my biological brother, in a second if I needed something. So that's what we get to create here, you guys. And that's the environment that I hope we're creating here and that we choose to create here. But I just want to welcome all of you guys who are, if you're new here and you're joining, I'm so excited and happy for it to be a part of this. Guys, we have a great opportunity here. We have so much to look forward to in growth. I mean, Rory and I have changed this system over and over and over again to make it more efficient, make it flow smoother, to all the great stuff, you guys. Then you're coming in at the best part, because we've all had all those ups and downs. We figured out all the kinks. And it's smooth sailing for the most part here, right? If you don't know, we like to break things here. So when we get new projects, new programming, new all that, because sometimes we break things and there's a few little kinks here, but we're always pushing forward to make the best of it for everybody here. So yeah, we just have such a great opportunity. And so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this industry, because for many, this is a new era for them, and it's a different direction to go than what you have gone before. Many people are used to working for somebody else, but they're not used to working for themselves. And it is completely different. It is a different mindset, it is a different direction. And you really have to think outside the box of what you're used to. You know, you have someone, usually you guys, and most people have, they can blame their boss for their bad day, or they can blame something else for their bad day. You don't have that here. You have yourself. You're the person you get to blame for that bad day. You're the one that you get to say, why didn't I show up for myself? Would I hire me? That's the question. I like to ask myself that at the end of every day. Would my efforts today make me hireable? And that's something I try to stick to every day. But I want to talk to you guys about kind of pushing outside of our comfort zone a little bit, you guys. We have this innate ability to stay within our comfort zone. And we like to be warm and cozy. And basically the comfort zone, what is it? We know our outcomes, right? We know what's kind of coming in. Even me, I'm very guilty of this. We know what's coming in. We know what's going to happen. We have a set of responses that we know are going to happen, because we've been this path before. We know the outcome. And so we like that comfort zone. And going to say, you guys, if this world right now, we are not in a comfort place. This country is not in a comfortable place. Saturday, if you guys were watching and paid attention, it was a very scary thing that happened in our country. And it shook me to the core. I am only second generation American. I love my country. But if it's not the country we are, if you try to kill off the competition. We are not that people. That's not who we were supposed to be. And I don't care what side of the you vote on, you don't kill off the competition. So it was a really scary thing that happened, and it definitely shook me out of my comfort zone to see, like, what do I need to do? And, you know, for me and Rory, my husband and I, whenever we get that place, we always know that we can just push with work, and we go to work and we grind harder and we work harder, because we have a very real why. And that obviously is our grandchildren. If you don't know, I have 3, almost 4 beautiful grandchildren. You know, I'm very blessed to be an active part of their life, and I want a better future for them. I want security for them. So that's definitely it. I'm definitely working really hard for that. It shook me completely to my core, you guys. I'm a very strong Christian, and so I was part of many prayer groups at that time on Saturdays and Sundays over the weekend, praying for our country, for our leaders, for the right direction, for people to wake up and see what's going on in this world and to move forward. And then prayer will get you out of everything. Prayer will help everything. Sometimes the answer is no, but it helps always. But so you guys, that's why I decided to discuss this, because when we're in our comfort zone, you guys, we cannot grow. We cannot. When you're there, you're in a constant state of continual momentum of what you already know. So nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to shift you outside of your box. So I wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions, because I think that comfort zone is like sense of security, and it is very deceptive. It is very misleading as to growth and progress for you as an individual and for your business. So I want to ask you guys, what is it that you are not doing to push you to growth? And here's a question I'm going to ask you again at the end. What is it at the edge of your comfort zone that you are not doing? What is right outside of your comfort zone? That's the first step, I like to say, of progress, of growth. What is that right there on that edge of your comfort zone? What is it that's you're looking at and you're not doing that you could be doing? And you guys, I'm a huge component of change and for growth and goals. Anyone who knows me knows that. I have definitely, Niall said it, but I've raised 7 children, and I now have 2 other daughters through marriage. And I've been very blessed to be a part of all of their lives and guide and direct them. I've also been able to be in a financial industry for over 30 years and working there and being a part of that, and having people that mentored me and that I mentored others in that industry and being a part of that. And so I'm very driven to not stay put, to continue to push myself forward for progress and for growth, because I don't believe that we are meant to stay as one. So I definitely believe in pushing outside of it and seeing. And as I have said so many times before, it just starts with one small change. One. You don't have to go all in. As a matter of I have every time we have that, I don't know if you guys do that in January, you have your New Year's resolutions and you go all in and you quit because you're trying to like get rid of, make this huge, massive change, and you haven't set yourself up for success yet. And I have found the key to success is small changes over time, just small things that you change and you grow and you shift yourself to. You know, what is it? One of my mentors would say an apple a day. She lived to 101. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, keeps ailment away. Actually, there is some scientific proof to that. So an apple a day, she had one every single day. It was a small decision she made because her family was obese and had a lot of health issues. And so she made that was her first change, her first step that she made. And boy, did it ever change her life. It led to another thing and another thing. And as long as you're continually looking to change things up, you're continually pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and you're continually growing. I don't care how old you are. Doesn't matter. You can always change. Doesn't matter what mistakes you've made in your past. You can always change. And that's what I love about what we Rory and I have here at the Triple R. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care about your background. I don't care about anything. I love you and I want you to succeed. And here you can. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you show up for yourself. That's it. So you guys, in life, there are several different keys. And I did this study, it was a while ago. It was a training and was talk about the rings of growth. I believe there was 4. I'm just going to go from memory here, guys. So bear with me if I don't have all the facts, but there's things in your life that you can change you. And I was explained to as on a tier of like 4 different rings that kind of intersect a little bit. The first one is called the stagnant part of life. Okay. You're stagnant. And that is low performing, low growth, and low environment. So in that area of life, it stifles your creativity. It stifles growth. It stifles progress. You're just going to sit where you are. And honestly, you guys, a lot of unhappiness is found in that stagnant circle, in that area. You're just not happy. People look around and feel like, where's my purpose? Or I've had so many people say to me, where's my solace? Where is my solace in that? I need solace. And they don't have it. They don't have the direction for that. So they need to know where that is. And in that area, you're just not going to get it. Like I said, there's nothing that's performing. There's nothing that's growing. Your environment is the same, and you're not moving through anything. So it definitely stifles creativity in that area, and it definitely stifles independent thought and action. And independent thought and action is what made America great, right? We believe in the belief of an idea. You can move forward and change. If you want a great example of this, just look no further than our federal government. There you go. They have a lot of issues that they have in there, and it's all the same. They want everyone to be in a cookie cutter. They don't want change. They don't want different things. So that is it. On the opposite of that, of stagnation, is chaos. So that would be the opposite of it, is chaos. And actually, ironically, it's the same thing. There's low growth, low thought, because there's so much going around you that you cannot think, you cannot grow, you cannot prosper, because your life is in turmoil, right? So the key here, you guys, to pushing out of your comfort zone is to finding that sweet spot right there. The next on the ring there would be order. Order is where I love to be because it's super comfortable, right? It's very comfortable. You know what you're doing. You know what's happening in your life. You know your environment. You have a set of response outcomes that you know are going to happen. Super comfortable. You can predict, if I do A, I'm going to get B. So that's why we have this system. It is for those of you guys, because Rory knows if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to get X, Y, and Z. So we have that, and that is great in this area, in that particular area. But for you as a person to grow and change, it's not. So you have to follow through with your actions, follow through with your personal growth, take the steps. Most people that we have is a great system, but they're trying to fix it. The wheel is not broken, my friends. You don't need a fix in this way. You need to just follow through with yourself and do what's there. So that is order is the most, you can, like I said, you can predict your outcome. You can predict everything that's going on. It leads you, it's also super comfortable, but in the comfort is danger. In the comfort of it is danger. There was a scientific study that showed that when you stay the same, when you're continually staying the same and you're not going anywhere, you stop growing, and you inside you become a little sad, a little depressed. It causes that depression. So you need to figure out and where to act. You need to figure out what to do and how to think and what to move forward to get out of that little nice little order circle that you're in, which I like to call your comfort zone. So also to be said, you guys, you have to remember that growth only occurs in a state of discomfort. So anyone knows me would know I do not like talking in front of people, but here I am talking in front of 400 people. And it's what I have trained myself to do, right? I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. Now I'm pretty comfortable doing it now, but it's taken time. And I've taught myself and I've conquered my fears along the way. And it's the same with you. You have to push yourself out. You're afraid to make a phone call, push yourself until that becomes, I say it all the time, until that becomes comfortable, do it. Push yourself to do the hard thing first until it becomes comfortable. So then I think the opposite of that is the complexity ring, which is it's when discomfort hits you. And when discomfort hits you, that's when change can happen. That's when change will actually happen. So complexity equals change in the order. And so the outcome is no longer predictable. And this is what makes you grow. This is the area that you want to push yourself to regularly, right? It's so empowering to embrace discomfort, and you need to learn to see it that way. So right now we're in this country, we're in this huge, weird era of discomfort. We're in complexity. What are we going to do to make it better? And there's so many different outcomes that you can choose for yourself. But working hard to create patterns and habits and security for your family is definitely one of them. And it's definitely where myself and my husband, we work really hard when it gets like this, because we know we're creating something for you guys as well. And we want to have that there for you to encourage you guys, to push you guys forward as well. So it is empowering to embrace discomfort and to see where you can go from it. So I'm going to talk to you guys about discomfort, because I feel like this is the best thing. You guys, so many people just sit in this little circle. I cannot, and it's not me, so it's hard to see. But if you don't push yourself to grow, you're not going to grow. And no one stays constant. There's no such thing as being constant. You're either growing or you're not, or you're going down. You can't just stay constant. You are human. We're not meant to. So there's 3 triggers, my friends. 3 triggers to push you guys out of your comfort zone. And we're going to talk about these. And you guys, I'm going to be one of your triggers, but we're going to talk about that. So number 1. The trigger would be it's forced upon you. Okay, like I talked about on Saturday, that was forced upon our country. We did not like it. At least if you're a God-fearing person, you didn't. We did not like that. And how you respond when you are forced is so super important, you guys. That is who you really are. And you need to make sure that you're correcting response. So when you're here and you're coming into this business, and now you're going to be faced with all kinds of new challenges and all kinds of frustrations and things that you don't know, how you respond to it and how you push yourself through it, that is important. That's who you are at a core. And that's how you can grow and how you become a better person. The second one would be someone can help get you there. Someone can push you out of your comfort zone. That would be a parent, a coach, a teacher, or a mentor. And I'm saying this because many people don't realize that Rory and I are trying to push you out of your comfort zone. We're trying to trigger you guys to see that change needs to happen. Only change can happen for growth. Only change has to happen. All of you guys who have been here for a while and you're stagnant, please listen to what I'm telling you guys and start making actions. Push yourself into that uncomfort zone. And that's as a mentor and as a parent of myself, raising all my children, I was constantly pushing them. I mean, they didn't like me so much. I had 6 boys. Did you guys show up? Did you show up? Niall said they were all in football. They were. Did you show up for your team today? And that's why I love football so much. It's a team sport. We're a team here, you guys. We're a team here. Did you show up for your team? Did you give your best effort? Because when you sign up to be a part of a team, you sign up to help those around you. That's what this is here. You're a part of a team. Did you show up today, my friends? Have you been here for a while? Did you support did you give your all? Did you show up for your teammates? Did you help encourage them here? Did you feel and edify someone else? Encourage them for change. That is what we are here for. That's what we're supposed to do. It's very important that we do this. So the number 3 would be that you can trigger it yourself. That is the third way. When you are in a comfort zone and you're not growing, you can have different things that you can do to push you out of your own comfort zone. I do this myself by assessing myself at the end of the week. Like I said before, I'm very goal oriented. So I continually look at myself at the end of my week and assess myself and my progress. And I like to throw a few wrenches in my own path because, you know, I feel like that's so important. What am I going to do to change this week? What do I want to do to get myself to get new directions? And I can honestly say I never have one week that something doesn't throw on me that I can't, you know, that I'm like very uncomfortable to work with. But I realize the growth and development that's happening for me. And how many of you guys have had like a major setback in your life and you've been very upset about it? And sometimes you've even blamed God for it. And like, why God, why did you do this to me? And in reality, he's saying, hello, you wanted to grow. I'm here to help you grow. I'm here to help push you along. I'm here to make you grow. And for me, looking back and reflecting on all of those really hard times, because boy, have I had a lot of those, I realized that I was just being prepared for the next thing. I was being grown and I was being refined in this particular area so that the next thing I could handle with grace and dignity in class, even when it was super hard. And that's how it has been for me. And I continue to grow and push myself to always see what am I supposed to learn from here? What can I change? What is it that I'm seeing that I can change on myself and make it better? And that is how you trigger yourself. You just continue to have different things at the end of the day, maybe at the end of the day, at the end of the week. However, I don't suggest going longer than a week, because if you're staying constant, then you're never going to grow. But as you're learning things new here, and those are all things that you don't know yet. So you don't have to challenge yourself now. Just show up for yourself. Follow the system, because those are all new changes for you. You don't know your outcome response yet, because most of you haven't picked up the phone yet. So you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what can happen. And guess what? I'm going to tell you honestly, when you start growing here, you'll start and you're going to suck. And then you're going to get a little better and a little better and a little better until you're pretty darn happy at the end of that day. Sometimes I have those rough days, and sometimes I'm like, wow, I killed it today. It was amazing. I helped so many people. I changed so many lives. I helped direct and encourage others. And you'll have those, you will definitely have those days, and you'll definitely have some that maybe weren't so great, but you can always learn from those, right? You can always learn from those. But I want to say this quote. It's from it's a great quote from a Dr. Serene Jones, and she's a doctor of theology. And she says, the constant facade of order hides the wilderness that is craving to seep out and teach us that life wasn't created to be what we think it is. We must experience the wilderness to be taught what cannot be otherwise known. So I think that's so important, you guys, because we are always trying to control everything around us. But let me tell you a secret. There's no such thing as control. There is no control. So realize that we don't have control, embrace that, and embrace changes that comes to our lives. And I feel like, and I'm gonna speak from a younger grandmother, I guess. I still have lots of life to live, but I think the older I've gotten, the more I wanted to have a sense of control. I like, you get that, you want A, B, and C at the end of the night. And so when things change, sometimes I get a little ornery. And then I have to realize that that's not the way it's meant to be. I'm meant to grow and change as my life grows and changes. So you guys, at the beginning of this, what did I ask you all? You guys remember? I said, what is at the edge of your comfort zone? What is there that's holding you back? What are you afraid to get to? You have to make that change, you guys. So many people say to me, well, I'm afraid of failure, but to me, lack of starting is failure. I'll tell you that honestly. You're just you want change so bad, but you're just, you know what, you won't do anything to change. That's failure. So start. I'm not talking you guys have to do every little thing right away. Just start with one thing and add another thing the next day and continually grow and change. It's how we do it. You guys, I want you to, we have with one of our anchor offers in February, they're going to be having a contest to win a cruise. I want you guys to visualize yourself on a cruise. It's a great cruise. I know where it's going. I know what it's going to look like, and it's going to be pretty darn nice. Y'all are going to want to be there. So I'm telling you guys that visualize that, have that be your outcome, and make yourself uncomfortable to get there. Okay. Again, if you've worked for somebody else for so long, or you haven't, maybe you've been retired for quite a while, but you want change. So you're going to have to develop new habits. You're going to have to do different things. If you've been here for a while and you're not getting the desired outcome, are you doing the results and the actions to get where you want to go? I promise you it's a no, or you would be where you want to be. So let me tell you guys the great thing about working for yourself. One, I will say it's not for wimps at all. Definitely. You got to be hardcore, man, to work for yourself. You got to be brave in the face of the unknown. You got to keep pushing when no one else will push. But the great thing about it is it only is you, and you can change anything you want to change. You get to choose how hard you work or how hard you don't work. You get to choose if you decide to work harder and push yourself more, or if you don't. You get to choose all of that. You are in control of your destiny here, my friends. You're in control of your comfort and your discomfort. And how bad do you want it? And how bad are you willing to work to get it? I was told when you're so uncomfortable in where you are, it will force you to change. Or, people will say, "Why your why is so powerful? If your why is strong enough, then you'll show up." I find that to be true for some people, but for some people, they need to be very uncomfortable before they will work and change. Everyone has a why, but they don't have belief. But I'm going to tell you, the pain of poverty is so real to me because I've lived there. I never want that again. So I will work my butt off to not have it. It's okay. The pain of work is better to me than the pain of poverty. So I will work really hard to get it. So sometimes that uncomfort has to be there to push you to the next step. And again, that's okay. That is okay. You just have to continue on and keep pushing forward and keep growing, keep challenging yourself. And remember, when you sign up here, you're signing up to be part of a team. You're signing up to help others and control others and shift their direction of their lives. So when you don't show up for yourself, you're not showing up for them either. You have to be as good as your word. You have to follow through, and you have to push yourself forward. So this is a super easy system, you guys. The line is laid out for you. If you do the A, B, C, you're going to get X, Y, Z. Now all you have to do is show up and learn it. That's the easy part because that's on you and you can control that. So if you want the outcome, then put the input in and it will get you where you need to go. And we're in the middle of the year, my friends. So you have the rest of the year to push and grow and to see what you can make of yourselves. How amazing is that going to be at the end of this year when you look back and say, wow, I really achieved. I really pushed. I changed. It's definitely the path that you want for yourselves. Even if you don't get exactly where you feel like you want to be, you will get close. You will get closer. And again, change is just one small action. Like my friend said, she would have an apple a day. And said when she wanted a soda pop or a candy, like her family, she stopped and she said, I'm going to just have an apple instead. And then she changed just small habits. Like that was one. And then she continued to change the little things off and on throughout her life to where she was very healthy and she was able where her family wasn't. And she just wanted something different for herself. Now, she was very inspiring to me doing that. And it just changed her life. It changed the trajectory of her life. And if she hadn't chosen just that apple, who knows where she would have been, right? And it's the same for me. If I didn't choose to work hard and join this industry, I had a full-time job in the finance industry. I didn't have to. I had to get a different job to surprise because I was a single mom all of a sudden. So I had to get another income. If I didn't have that pain and that uncomfort of eating ramen every day of the week, I don't know that I would have done this, right? anyone who's ever lived that life knows what I'm talking about. But I wanted to make sure my children had food, so I fed them and I ate whatever else was left over. And that pushed me for success. That pushed me to work harder. So you guys, I always like to say this too, and I'm going to say this before we end the call tonight, guys, is this. We all come from a broken background. We all have broken things that have happened in our past. It's not what's happened to us. It's how we react to them and how we get up and move forward. So are you a survivor? I believe you are, because you're here and you're looking for change. So I'm going to say, God bless you guys. I pray for you. I pray for your success. I hope that you guys can see that this is a path for you, and you just have to follow the steps, and we will help you succeed. Where so much help is here for you. We have calls almost every night of the week to help encourage and edify you and encourage you. And even if you don't know how to train people, we have calls for that too. So we have so much help and so much support. And I believe your instructor that brought you here and those above them want your success, and they will help you along the way. So God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm wishing you guys a happy, amazing week of success and pushing yourself forward. And that's it, you guys. Bye for now.